Hello friends, it's an honor once again to welcome you back to Rick's Garage. What you see before you is my personal vehicle. It's a 2011 Dodge Ram pickup with a V6. What I wanted to talk to you about today is the so-called TIPM system. It stands for Totally Integrated Power Module. This truck falls within the years that system was in use. From what I understand, it's from 2009 up to 2016. If you own a Chrysler vehicle, you have that TIPM system. There's a lot of videos online that talk about this system, and as you know, I don't like to duplicate videos online. The purpose for this video is just to make a suggestion if you do indeed own one of these vehicles. Now, my truck, as of yet, have had no symptoms, no problems. As a precaution, I went out and purchased a TIPM bypass cable. And this is it right here. It costs about $20. You can get it on Amazon. The purpose of this cable is to bypass the fuel pump relay. Evidently, there's a lot of problems people are having with this fuel pump relay, which is integrated into the fuse box. The entire fuse box has to be replaced if this relay fails. So if this relay fails, there's a few options you have. You can go to a Chrysler dealer and they'll charge you about $1,000 to replace your fuse box. I'm not sure if they have to reprogram it or not. Or you can go to the junkyard and try to find a car that's identical to yours with identical features and put in a used one. Or there are companies out there that can repair it. They can actually solder in a new fuel pump relay. That costs about $250. You have to send it out, they'll repair it and send it back to you. Now, as I just said, my truck is showing no symptoms whatsoever. I'm having no problems whatsoever. But this problem is so prevalent that I thought it would be worth picking up one of these fuel pump relay bypass cables. Okay, on this vehicle, the fuse box is located on the driver's side. On some vehicles, it'll be located on the passenger side. So we're going to push these little tabs in, and we're going to open the fuse box. So the fuse for your fuel pump is right here, this little fuse right here. So what you would do to utilize the bypass is to pull this fuse. I'm not going to do it now, but pull this fuse, and then you've got to find a place where you can plug in the other end that operates only when your key is on. So I've got a little test light here. There's a number of opened places here. You could actually pull a fuse. This actually spot right in here is for a rear cigarette lighter, and this truck is not equipped with a rear cigarette lighter. So I'm going to probe these and see which one is active right now. That one's, the key is off, there's nothing there. That's the middle one. And see, the light comes on here. So this is the one that's active all the time. So you don't want to use that one. You'd want to use the other one. I'm going to go turn on the car, turn on the key, and see if that other one lights up. Okay, I've got the key on. So now this one here should light up. And it does. So this side here operates only when the key is on, and this side operates when the key is off. What we would do is plug the bypass wire into the side that only works when the key is on. You don't want this thing on all the time. So we're going to plug that in. Okay, that's plugged in. And then what you would simply do is route this in such a way that you remove this fuse and then plug this in its place, and then you can operate the vehicle to get you off the road. Now, there are those that say you can run it this way indefinitely. I don't know what the long-term ramifications of doing that would be, but this will get you off the road. Now, the whole purpose, like I said, in showing you this is preventative. Why not, with these are so inexpensive and this is such a prevalent problem, spend the $20, order one on Amazon, and throw it in your glove compartment, you'll have it. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to take a marker and I'm going to mark this spot, so if I'm ever in low light situation, I'll be able to see where to plug this in. So I've got a little paint marker here, and I'm going to put a little dab right here. Well, I didn't expect my paint marker to come apart. But anyway, I'll put a little dab of paint right there. And also I'm going to put a little dab of paint on this fuse. So now I know that that's where I'm going to plug my bypass wire in, and I'm going to substitute it for this fuse here that's dabbed with white. That'll save you from messing around if you're stuck somewhere. It'll be very quick and easy to do what you have to do to plug this in. This kind of reminds me of many years ago. I don't know how many of you date back to the 1960s and 70s, but the Chryslers in the 1960s, before the advent of electronic ignition, they all had distributors and points and condensers. And what they used to have on the firewall of every Chrysler was a little white box called a ballast resistor. It was made out of like a ceramic type material. Very inexpensive, it only cost about 10 bucks. But every once in a while this ballast resistor would fail and leave you stranded. Happened to me a couple of times, so what I did was I got a ballast resistor, shoved it in my glove compartment, and it got me out of a couple of jams. Anyway, this is kind of the same idea. Like I said, I'm not having any problems with this truck. Hopefully I won't have any problems with this truck, but if this system causes the fuel pump relay to fail, I've got a backup plan now. And like I said, if I see somebody in a parking lot with a Chrysler vehicle and it won't start, you might wind up being a hero. So that's really all I've got here today. I want to thank you for watching Rick's Garage once again. Before I go, I'm going to post 2 videos to your left. If you find either of interest, feel free to click on them. And to your right will be a picture of my trusty avatar in the form of my German Shepherd. Feel free to click on that if you wish to subscribe. Thanks once again for watching.